I don't know what to do next. I don't know where I want to go. Even if I knew somehow or a vague direction or idea of what I want to do, I don't know how to proceed with it. These were the questions I was stuck with a couple years ago. And that led me to consume more and more, to keep trying to learn theoretically on the internet as if somehow that will give me all the answers I need. Now, yeah, I did transcend this phase of I don't know, but then came the phase of what if it doesn't work out? What if the worst case scenario happens? And there are some what ifs which come in the form of fears, which are not really verbal and as thoughts. It's the fear of being seen, the fear of judgment and failure in a very subtle way. So again, more waiting, more passively learning to overcome the fears. And let's say I again come out of this inner work trap. Then comes the phase of the shoulds. I should do this so that, because in the past I faced all the fears and stuff, so now I don't want to feel stuck, because the realization has come in that, oh, I'm just waiting passively. I no longer want to do that. And in search of, or in an attempt to be active, I went overboard and fell into the trap of structures by trying to organize everything. Like there should be no chaos, no doubts, just following the shoulds defined by others or what we see as successful people in the world. Those shoulds either burn you out or exhaust you completely. It drains you. In my case, I couldn't even follow up with the shoulds, because as soon as I noticed that, oh, it's leading to exhaustion or burnout, I'm just back off, back into the passively waiting phase. So yeah, doubts in the different phases. But what clicked to me is that what if these questions, these doubts are not really something negative or something to dismiss? Yeah, they did they did navigate me into some vicious traps of constant consumption. But now I still do have doubts, but the way I handle them is completely different. So it's the transition between the fear-based what ifs, I don't knows, and I shoulds towards more possibility-oriented doubts. Because questioning in general, it opens up our mind when there's no agenda. It's the transition from anxious mind to a curious mind. Both ask questions, but the flavor of the questions are different. So now when I'm uncertain and the truth is that the next moment is uncertain, but let's say a future plan, like I'm having some doubts about it, I don't get back to consumption mode. I sit with it, let it marinate, let it open up the possibilities. I journal about the different insights that come through those questions. I use them as inspirations. But the key factor here is I don't immediately act on them. If I have a doubt of between two different things, I don't just immediately act on one of them to figure it out. I wait and let it marinate until I have the clarity, and then I take action. Talking about action and decision making, the clarity to me is my intuition. One is mental clarity, other is the clarity for decision making. I get that clarity through the body's wisdom or the inner guide or the energy. Energy is my clarity of whether something is right for me or not. So when we're grounded in our intuition, or the decision making part is handled by our body's wisdom, then our grasping of the doubts and trying to find the answers fast and quick, that drops off. That's when the transition from the anxious mind to the curious mind happens. So the doubts become the source of curiosity and inspiration, something to explore on, rather than trying to somehow bring it down and translate it into answers which can be used. That's when we're able to connect the ideas and gather insights. So, what I'm trying to say is let the mental pressure be there. As long as you're grounded into your body and its intuition, you can play with them. The questions become a playground to explore, and your body becomes the guide on which direction to explore first. So it honors your energy without being drained by the mental pressure. Hope that helps. Peace.